As we grow older, the simple rhythms of life begin to change in ways that are both subtle and profound. The foods that once gave us boundless energy might now leave us feeling sluggish by midday. What used to be a quick breakfast or an evening snack might suddenly weigh us down, both in body and spirit. At this stage of life, after the age of 50, our bodies are more sensitive, our systems more refined, and our energy more precious. Yet many of us unknowingly reach for things that deplete our strength, dim our clarity, and steal the vitality we've worked so hard to preserve. It's not just about what we eat, it's about how what we eat makes us feel afterward. And in the quiet hours of a day, when our energy feels drained for no clear reason, we may begin to wonder if our diet is playing a more significant role than we realized. There is wisdom in paying attention. And today, we'll reflect together on some of the most common foods that quietly chip away at our energy reserves, foods that might sit innocently in our kitchens but hold the power to leave us feeling tired, foggy, and out of step with the day. So as this gentle candle burns alongside us, casting its warm and steady glow, let this time be a calm moment of reflection. If you find comfort in thoughtful, heartfelt videos like this, where we talk honestly about health, memory, and the beauty of growing older, I invite you to gently click the like button, consider subscribing to Lantern of Time, and tap the bell so you never miss a moment of reflection like this. Now, let's begin this peaceful journey inward, as we shine a soft light on the foods that may be quietly draining your energy after 50, and how to recognize them before they rob you of the vitality you deserve. 1. Sugary breakfast cereals. The morning meal is meant to fuel the day ahead, but for many, it begins with a bowl of brightly colored cereal, dusted in sugar and false promises. These cereals may claim to be part of a balanced breakfast, but the reality for older adults is quite different. After 50, our insulin sensitivity tends to decrease, meaning our bodies process sugar more slowly and less efficiently. When we eat a high-sugar cereal first thing in the morning, it causes a quick spike in blood sugar, followed by a steep crash just an hour or two later. That crash doesn't just affect energy, it impacts focus, mood, and even physical steadiness. The jolt of early morning sweetness might feel comforting or nostalgic, but it often sets the stage for a day of energy dips and sugar cravings that cycle again and again. Beyond the immediate crash, sugary cereals often lack meaningful nutrients. Many are stripped of fiber and contain only small amounts of protein, two key components for sustained energy. For people over 50, these cereals offer calories without substance, sweetness without nourishment. Over time, the body begins to feel starved for real fuel. You might notice yourself becoming more fatigued by midday, or needing extra caffeine just to stay alert. And the frustrating part? It's not your age, it's what you started your day with. That innocent bowl of cereal may be quietly derailing your energy reserves. The better path forward is to choose breakfasts that provide lasting fuel. Think oatmeal with seeds and berries, whole grain toast with nut butter, or eggs with vegetables. These give the body steady glucose, fiber for digestion, and protein for strength. The key is to start your day not with a sugar surge, but with grounded, nourishing sustenance. As with so many things in life after 50, the most energizing choices are often the calmest ones. 2. White bread and refined carbs. At first glance, white bread, pasta, and crackers seem harmless enough. They're familiar, comforting, and easy to prepare. But behind their soft texture and neutral flavor lies a truth that many don't discover until they begin feeling increasingly tired after meals. Refined carbohydrates, those stripped of their fiber and natural nutrients, enter the bloodstream quickly and convert to sugar just as fast. For someone over 50, this can wreak havoc on blood sugar levels, leaving you drained and foggy within the hour. As we age, our digestion naturally slows and becomes more delicate. The quick rush of glucose from refined carbs leads to an insulin spike that soon drops, pulling your energy down with it. This pattern, repeated meal after meal, can leave you in a constant state of fatigue, one that feels unrelated to food, but is deeply tied to it. White bread and pasta don't support your body the way whole grains do. They give the illusion of fullness but leave your cells starving for lasting nourishment. Choosing whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, or sprouted bread may seem like a small change, but the energy difference is noticeable. Whole grains digest more slowly, providing a steady stream of glucose, rather than a roller coaster. Over time, these kinds of adjustments help stabilize your daily energy, reduce afternoon crashes, and support mental clarity. It's a quiet shift, but those are often the ones that change everything. 3. Fried foods. The golden crisp of fried chicken, the salty crunch of French fries, it's hard to resist their appeal. But as we age, fried foods become more than just heavy, they become exhausting. These foods are high in saturated fats and often contain trans fats that linger in the body, slowing digestion and contributing to inflammation. After 50, our metabolism no longer moves at the pace it once did. Fried foods sit heavier in the stomach, requiring more energy to process, and often leading to bloating, indigestion, and a general feeling of sluggishness for hours afterward. It's not just what fried foods do in the moment, it's what they do over time. Regular consumption has been linked to higher risks of heart disease, which can itself sap your stamina and vitality. The oil used in frying is often reused and oxidized, creating compounds that increase oxidative stress on your cells. This cellular stress leads to fatigue and, in the long term, contributes to joint pain and cognitive fog, both common complaints among older adults. By replacing fried options with baked or grilled alternatives, and incorporating more anti-inflammatory foods like leafy greens, berries, and omega-3 rich fish, you give your body energy that's easier to access and maintain. You're not giving up pleasure, you're choosing a different kind of satisfaction, the deep, sustaining kind that lets you move through your day with clarity, comfort, and quiet strength. 4. Diet sodas and artificial sweeteners. In an effort to cut calories, many people turn to diet sodas or sugar-free alternatives, thinking they're making a healthier choice. But after 50, the body becomes more sensitive not just to what you eat, but how your brain perceives what you eat. Artificial sweeteners may trick your taste buds, but they don't fool your brain. Your body senses the sweetness and prepares for sugar, but when none arrives, it can trigger cravings, metabolic confusion, and fatigue. Recent studies suggest that artificial sweeteners may disrupt the gut microbiome, a critical factor in energy production and immune function. A disrupted gut can lead to poor nutrient absorption, irregular digestion, and even mood instability. What's worse, for many older adults, diet sodas become a daily habit, one that quietly chips away at energy levels without offering any real satisfaction or nourishment in return. Choosing naturally flavored water, herbal teas, or just reducing overall sweetness can help reset your taste preferences and allow your energy to stabilize. Over time, the constant stimulation of artificial sweetness begins to fade, and you begin to crave whole foods again. That's when the body begins to recover, and you find that your energy returns in a slow but powerful way, one quiet afternoon at a time. 5. Processed deli meats. Cold cuts, sausages, and prepackaged deli meats may offer convenience, but they come with a cost, especially for older adults seeking lasting energy and vitality. These meats are often high in sodium, preservatives like nitrates, and unhealthy fats, all of which contribute to dehydration, inflammation, and fatigue. Over time, consuming processed meats can increase your risk of chronic conditions like high blood pressure and heart disease, both of which are energy drainers in their own right. Processed meats are also low in the kinds of nutrients that fuel older bodies. They lack antioxidants, fiber, and healthy fats, and instead provide dense calories that weigh you down rather than lift you up. Eating a sandwich made with deli meat might feel satisfying in the moment, but an hour later, you may find yourself sleepy, unfocused, or even irritable without understanding why. Opting for lean, whole cuts of meat, fish, or plant-based proteins like beans and lentils offers a more sustained source of energy and supports the body's natural healing processes. When we fuel ourselves with intention, we invite not just health, but vibrancy, back into our days. 6. Alcohol. A glass of wine in the evening might seem harmless, even relaxing. But for those over 50, alcohol can become a quiet thief of energy and clarity. As we age, the liver becomes less efficient at processing alcohol, meaning even moderate amounts can linger in the body longer and disrupt sleep, hydration, and hormone balance. Poor sleep, in particular, leads to next-day fatigue, irritability, and brain fog, making alcohol's energy impact far more significant than it may seem at first sip. What's more, alcohol is a diuretic, meaning it contributes to dehydration, another major cause of low energy in older adults. It also interferes with nutrient absorption, particularly B vitamins, which are essential for energy production. Even if your diet is healthy, alcohol can quietly block your body from fully benefiting from the foods you eat. If alcohol is part of your lifestyle, reducing your intake or choosing alcohol-free days can bring immediate improvements in energy, sleep, and even emotional resilience. You may find that your mornings feel clearer, your afternoons more productive, and your nights more restful, all from one small shift. 7. Packaged snacks and energy bars. Ironically, many snacks labeled as energy bars often do the opposite, especially for people over 50. These products frequently contain added sugars, low-quality oils, and refined grains, even when marketed as healthy. They spike your blood sugar and then crash it, leaving you feeling more tired than before. Despite the convenient packaging, these bars often act more like candy than nutrition. Even savory packaged snacks, like chips or flavored crackers, tend to be high in sodium and preservatives that can sap hydration and increase inflammation. For older adults, this translates to less energy, more joint stiffness, and decreased focus throughout the day. Instead, consider whole food snacks, nuts, fruit, yogurt, or a slice of avocado toast. These simple options provide lasting energy, without the highs and lows. And with every bite, you support not only your body's strength, but its peace. As the gentle flame of this candle begins to soften, let's return to where we started, with the quiet understanding that energy in later life doesn't come from doing more, but from doing what nourishes. The foods we eat have a silent influence on how we feel, how we think, and how we move through the world. And while growing older can sometimes feel like a process of letting go, it can also be a time of choosing wisely, of reclaiming energy not through speed or stimulation, but through stillness and care. We hope that reflecting on these hidden food habits has sparked something meaningful for you, whether it's a small change to your breakfast, or simply paying more attention to how your body responds after every meal. If you found this time valuable, if it gave you comfort, insight, or peace, please take a moment to click like, subscribe to Lantern of Time, and tap the bell so this circle of reflection continues to grow. Your presence here matters. And as the days unfold, may you find yourself walking with lighter steps, steadier breath, and a heart full of quiet strength. Until next time, may you always be gentle with yourself, and remember that even the smallest shifts can brighten the path ahead.